Hi there guys, my name is Becky and today I'm going to be doing an unboxing for Fairy Loot's October box with the theme of Love at First Bite. Now, I've never been super a fan of the vampire stuff. I read a lot of vampire books in junior high and I read Twilight before it was cool as part of the advanced reader group at my junior high because I'm a huge nerd. But I was never like super in love with it, and the same kind of goes for all the other vampire books I read. They were cool, but not like favorites or anything. However, I'm still looking forward to this month's box because Fairy Loot does an awesome job of picking out all around good books. So I think even if I'm not in love with the theme or vampires, I think I'll still have a good time. So I'm really excited to see what they put in this month's box. Let's get started. All right, so now to the good part. Okay, and the spoiler card, which I'm going to set aside and we'll go over later, because I want to try and be surprised and figure out what's going on. Oh, I love this. Love at First Bite beanie. Oh, I just filled in the words myself there. Okay, so this took me an embarrassingly long amount of time to figure out what it actually said, because I'm dumb and I try to fill in the blanks instead of actually reading sometimes. It says bite me, but the T isn't super obvious, I guess because all the other letters are embroidered with like a stand out kind of texture, whereas the crossbar for the T is part of the just kind of regular embroidery on the like surface level of the fabric. So first I just filled in the whole theme and said love at first bite. And then whenever I actually looked at it, I was like, does this say bile me? And I think, like, I get what they were going for, and I think just flat, the image would have looked great, but because you raised the other things, you really need to raise the crossbar on the T. I feel like I'm just being extra, like, intense because I studied design, and so I'm like, this is not designed well. It's just so disappointing because I'm sure it looked beautiful, like, flat. Since I know what it's supposed to say, I see it, and I see it correctly, and it would look beautiful, but that's not what it looks like right away. But still, sock cap fun. All right, and the next item, yay, is a candle. I love getting the candles in this box, especially because I don't really go to Bath & Body Works anymore, which used to be where I got the majority of my candles. So I love being able to get some like really interesting candles and themed with the box, and I love to like put them on while I'm reading. I feel like that really completes the whole image. So this candle's title, I guess, name, whatever you want to call it, is My Last Sunrise, with the scents of blood orange, Damascus rose, and cashmere musk. Sounds really deep. I love really like musky smells. Most of the candles that I get either smell like wood. Actually, that's mostly, it's either wood or apple. So I'm excited. This is gonna be right up my alley with that Damascus rose and the cashmere musk. All right, let's see what we got next. Looks like a sticker. It says, I like the night. Without the dark, we'd never see the stars. By Stephanie Meyer. And it's got a lot of stuff from like the book covers, the queens, I guess, and pawns, and petals, and ribbons, and apples. It's really cute. I like the saying, I like the sentiment. I just never know what to put stickers on. I don't want to like use them because it's like I lose them. And I love the typography, it's really cute. I'll show this off more later. All right, let me get some of this confetti out of the way. All right, so the next one, 4-piece coaster set. So I just opened it up and saw that first. And on the front says Gothic Vampires. Please pardon the sound while I open this up. Alright, so now I have it unwrapped. Oh my god, these were so cute! And they have different things on them. I thought they were all going to be this rose. And this rose is gorgeous. I'd be happy to use this out like all the time, not even just like Halloween fall stuff. This one's a chalice. I got really excited at first because I saw it this way first and I was like, potion bottle. I was like, no, it's too flat and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I love magic, what can I say? Oh, and then a bat. This one might have to only come out like around fall, October, spooky month. And a dagger. Is it sad that like, I'm like, oh no, this is an everyday one, whereas the bat, I'm like, no, only during spooky times. But dagger with blood dripping off of it, that's an every time coaster. All right, let me put them away real quick. Okay, and so the next one looks like a bag of some sort. I see a zipper. Oh, it's a longer bag, I like that. So here, let me show it off to you first and then I'll read it. Okay, it says the same thing on both sides, so here we go. There are darknesses in life and there are lights, and you are one of the lights. The light of all light, Bram Stoker, Dracula. Is this like a book cozy or something? Like, start keeping my books in my bag because recently I've had a few book sins. My dog ate one book and I was very upset, probably a little too upset. And then she didn't ruin the second one, but she had it, like it was a joint effort. I was moving her food and water bowl after we went over to my family's house, and some of the water from the bowl got out and got on my book. It's dried out, that one's not ruined, it's all good, but this would have helped in both scenarios if I would have had it in here instead. So maybe I'm gonna start using this. You know what, and I just thought too, I've been losing bookmarks a lot, like they just fall out and I have to refine my place. If it's all encapsulated in here, then it probably can't fall out, at least not quite as easily. So this will be really handy. All right, and the next one is a card. I'm guessing, I thought it'd be the author letter, but it's just a really neat print of some rad gals. I love this art style so much, the kind of like French Art Deco vibe. So cute. Ooh, yay! And the tarot cards. We've got the Hierophant, and we've got the Two of Cups. And I'm guessing, just like last month's box, that this is from the Shatter Me series because I see like glass shards everywhere. Still haven't read that yet. All right, and so the next item is a little enamel pin. Just a little cute bat. It's so cute. I think this could be an everyday bat. He's too cute. He's not spooky. He's a cute bat. Okay, let me do just a little extra digging to make sure that all that's left is the book. Alrighty, I cleaned up a little bit, and so all that's left is the book and the items that come along with it. So let's see. First, we've got the bookmark with the graphic on it from this month. And then we have the author letter. Oh, don't those two look too cute? I love appreciating all kinds of different artists' art. I feel like this one's more realistic than a lot of the art that I've been seeing recently in these boxes. And I feel like that's like extra impressive. It's one thing to be able to imagine a fictional character or something you haven't seen and do that in like your stylized way, but to do it in like a realistic way, I think it is even more impressive. All right, I'm gonna wait to read the letter until at least closer to when I read the book. I feel like waiting until after I've read the book has generally worked out best for me, so I think I'm gonna keep doing that. Oh, this is so cute! So it's the Nowlands French Quarter, which I've actually been to. My fellow's got some family there, and so we got to go see it for like one of his cousin's wedding, and it's so cool. So I'm really interested, like I might try and do a comparison to see what's the same on this map versus the real Nowlands. And I was told I have to say it that way because now I have family that lives there. Because before that, I thought it was like a only if you live there you say it that way kind of thing. You look like a poser if you try to say it otherwise. But I don't know. All right, and the next thing is the Fairy Scoop. Love at first bite with the stuff from the author. Ooh. And it looks like Magical Folk is going to be the next month's theme, which I'm a little bit more excited about than vampires. I like the fae and fairies a little bit more. Alright, and time for the main event. Ooh, I love this cover. Look at that photography. All those great rose petals and the really cool like goblet. Oh, gorgeous. Oh, and like the red on the side of the book really draws it out, that pop of color. That's kind of beautiful. I feel like so many like book covers recently have been like so colorful and like maybe real photographs or realistic photographs anyway. And I guess this one's technically that too, but it's really just like 3 colors. That's some nice things to say about the author on the back. Nice, nice. Ooh, and more book art. I'll pull that all the way out in a second. I want to see where it has the author sign. So usually they're signed copies. I guess this one might not be. Oh, great! And just like the last time, they give like a special space for the author to sign. Red kind of bleeds into the pages though. But I guess that's kind of neat. Vampires bleed, right? Alright, so now let me take a peek at that book jacket art. Alright, so here's a bit of a better look at that book art. Again, it's a little bit more subdued, like the outside cover, which I really love that, like, you know, because they could have put them in like a cityscape or put them in the French Quarter or something like that and have more going on in the background, but they didn't. The emphasis is on the people, which I think is gorgeous. Don't think there are any more fun surprises other than the good story, I guess, inside. Alright, so now I'm going to switch it over to the overview where I'm going to go over the spoiler card and see what I got right, what I got wrong, and give credit to all the authors. So I'll see you in that in a second. Okay, so now it's time to check out the spoiler card. Looks like the first item on the list is the book sleeve. So yay, I'm glad. This was a little bit of like a different item, so I wasn't certain that I had it pegged, but it is in fact a book sleeve. And it even says that it's got waterproof lining, so that'll be really handy no matter what adventure you might go on. And just like the item itself says, it's got a quote from Bram Stoker's Dracula. This artwork was done by Novaranto. And the next item is the beanie. So here we go. Nice, like, kind of heathered or gray and black. And then we've got the word art. I feel like that has a bad connotation. The typography, which I think if it was in a 2D setting, this typography would be beautiful. I mean, it's still beautiful, it just, I don't think it fully gets the message across because you have this like raised part here that's supposed to come across and be the bar of the T. It loses that height right here and it goes to just regular embroidery. I feel like it gets lost and you don't recognize it as like part of the letters. So to me, whenever I first looked at it, it said "bile me." That's not something I want to be. I hope nobody biles me. I'm kind of disappointed. This artist does some really good like lettering. I think this was just a miscommunication between the artist and the manufacturer. So this artist actually has done some other Fairy Loot stuff. If I remember correctly, they did the pillow from last month's box. But the artist is at KDP Letters. Next on the list is the coaster. So this was the cute little box that they came in. And we've got 4 coasters, so I'll kind of show them off in a little more detail. We've got the dagger. We've got the bat. Got the rose. And we've got the goblet. And it's just cork on the back, a sealed edge so you don't have to worry about the cork soaking up any of the water or condensation or whatever. And then the top is probably like a plasticky thing, probably like chipboard or something like that. The artwork on these coasters was brought to us by at Blanca.design. Alright, so next up we have the candle. It's called My Last Sunrise, and again the flavors are blood orange, Damascus rose, and cashmere musk. Oh, and it's got like a little... Okay, so apparently this paper thing is a dust cover. The spoiler card says that this candle was brought to us by at The Melting Library, and it's inspired by Interview with a Vampire by Anne Rice. And the quote on the inside is from that book. So it's a little hard to read. It looks like, again, we've had some bleed from the ink with just the letters. Typography chosen here looks a little too thin for something like this. I bet like on the computer or whatever, it probably looked perfect, but put it into practice with the blank ink, you can kind of see it bleeding in and it makes some of the letters really hard to read. But I guess now is the first time I opened it up. I didn't even open it whenever I was first looking at it. That's the best part of the candle, the smell. Oh my goodness, and it smells so good. I love the like musky smelling candles, and I like that one's musk. Alright, and the next item is the enamel pen. Look at this cute guy. Let me get it out of the plastic wrap. Here we go. This will give you a better view of our new cute friend. Sarah, look at him with the little dots, and they kind of look like sparkles. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's just so cute. He's so cute that face. And this enamel pen was designed by Taraja. Okay, so the next item is the sticker. Just as I figured, both from the author name and all the little artworks around the side, this is from Twilight. Which I find it funny that the little entry about this sticker here starts with exactly what I was afraid of when I heard this month's theme. We couldn't put together a vampire box and not include a Twilight item, so I hope you enjoyed the Twilight vinyl sticker. It's one of our favorite quotes. I never was like a huge fan of Twilight, so I'm kind of glad that this is the only thing because I like this a lot. This is like the typography is really well done. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Twilight thing, but I think the sticker is very beautifully made, and the artist is at Katarina Book Designs. All right, and then up next is the artwork. This print was brought to us by Mono Lime Art. It's gorgeous and will look great on your wall. And I agree, I love the Art Deco style. And I just noticed that, so we've got, if you can see the bold stuff real quick, we've got book sleeve, which I started with. I try to go in order. Beanie, coasters, candle, pin, sticker, print. Where the heck is the blurb about the tarot cards? Because I can tell that this is that Shatter Me because of the other one, but I don't know who they're supposed to be. And I don't know who the artwork is done by. I'd imagine it's the same as the last one. But the special tarot cards are a big reason why I did this box. Well, that's kind of a bummer. I wanted to know more about those since I didn't get it right off the bat. Alright, so since the last item on the list is the book, I want to examine some of the other things that came with it before we get into that. So like usual, we have the bookmark with the artwork from the Fairy Loot team, with the title of the theme and the month that it came out. We also have the Fairy Scoop, which is another awesome thing that I love getting with these boxes. We have some interesting questions and answer sessions with the author, and a little bit of a sneak peek into the next month's box. Another really neat thing that I love that's interactive with the author is the author letter, and I love how well that this matches the cover. Look, you got the little goblet and all the rose petals. And I really love the art from this month. I miss seeing realistic artwork. It seems like everything is so stylized now, which in itself is awesome, but I really like the throwback to a little bit more of the kind of classical artwork where the goal is to look realistic. And this month's artwork is done by Kat Ardera. Just one more thing before we get to the book. This one isn't an every box item, but I thought it was really neat. It is the map for the New Orleans French Quarter. And it's really detailed. I don't think I'll be able to show it off very well with my camera, but you even got like names of streets and some names of buildings. Lived in St. Louis for a minute, so I'm very excited to see the St. Louis Cathedral. In Jackson Square, I also lived in a town named Jackson in the Mississippi River. Okay, and so last, that brings us to the book. Like I said earlier, I really love the artwork on the cover. Just a nice, like really realistic photo with a simple black background and the realistic petals. I think that it's just really nice to see just the one pop of color. A lot of the books I've been seeing recently have like photos or scenes and stuff like that, so I think it's really nice to have a more simplified cover. And the red is gorgeous. It's a nice deep red. I don't know if my camera's doing it justice. I did notice that it kind of bleeds into the pages. I think it's almost kind of better than if it didn't, because I mean, red ink bleeding, I think that's pretty fitting for a vampire book. We also have the artist's signature. And then we have some artwork on the inside cover. So let me just pull the book out real quick. Alright, so we've got these three characters here. And something that I like a lot is that the background's just nice and blank. I feel like that is in keeping with the front cover of the book and really draws your attention to the characters. And no, it's not just my god-awful lighting. Like, the characters actually have their faces half in shadow, which I think is kind of fitting for like a vampire kind of mystery, kind of spooky book. Makes sense that the characters might be a little bit more kind of creepy, a little bit more mysterious. That's the one I was looking for. But this book jacket artwork is brought to us by Mare Wild & Co. Alright, so that was everything in the October Love at First Bite Fairy Loot box. I'm actually really excited to read this month's book because I've heard great things about the author. So I think even though I'm not usually a fan of vampires, she'll still be able to draw me in and write a really good story. But thanks so much for watching the video, and until next time!